Beginning with breaking news this morning, we're a community of Penn Hills in shock after a police officer is shot and killed there. The officer responded to a domestic disturbance call last night at Johnston and Glendale Roads, was reportedly waiting for backup when he was shot.
And now there's new information this morning about what investigators think happened and what did unfold inside the home that led the initial call for police help. Now, the officer who was killed was not the only victim in this deadly shooting. KDKA's David Hall is in Penn Hills this morning. He'll have reaction to the shootings from neighbors, but we begin with Harold Hayes, live at County Police Headquarters in Point Breeze with some new information from police this morning. Good morning, Harold.
Good morning. There's been a steady stream of detectives and apparently people who are being questioned here at County Police Headquarters in Point Breeze. So far, no arrests. 2 people killed overnight, including a Penn Hills police officer identified by the Penn Hills police chief as Michael Crawshaw. The officer and the other man, who was not identified, were killed after a call to a home in the 200 block of Johnston Road just before 8:30 last night. The officer had just arrived at the scene and apparently was calling for backup on his radio when he was shot. The civilian was shot inside the house and killed already, although there were earlier police calls indicating the identity of a suspect and a wanted vehicle. The county police superintendent says no warrant has been issued so far.
At this point, it appears that the officer was shot while he was still in his radio car on the street. At this time, we have no suspects, we have no actors, and we have no warrants issued for anyone.
Now, just a few minutes ago here in Point Breeze, investigators brought in the Penn Hills police cruiser believed to have been driven by Officer Crawshaw for further investigation. It's the car that was parked in the middle of the street with both doors open. The shell casing surrounding that car appeared to be from an assault rifle. Still a lot of loose ends to be connected here, and police still working throughout the night. We'll give you updates as we learn them. From Allegheny County Police Headquarters, Harold Hayes, KDKA TV News.
Good evening. Police say they do have a suspect in custody in the shooting death of a Penn Hills police officer and one other person.
Officer Michael Crawshaw was shot while waiting in his patrol car for backup. We have team coverage tonight. Mary Rob Jackson has more on Officer Crawshaw's life. But first, Marty Griffin is live with the very latest on the investigation. Marty.
That suspect sitting in the Allegheny County Jail right now, facing 2 murder charges, working all night. Detectives arrived at the home of Ronald Robinson about 4:30 this morning. At that time, I'm told that he surrendered to those detectives who had been on that case. Since then, I'm told Robinson has confessed to the crimes. This is Ronald Robinson, charged tonight with 2 murders. A Penn Hills man, Daniel Morton, police say owed him drug money, and Penn Hills police officer Michael Crawshaw, the 3-year Penn Hills veteran, shot in his squad car as police say Robinson ran from the crime scene.
He sees the officer there, so he just takes it upon himself to open up fire on the officer as he set defenseless in his car.
Sources indicate Robinson confessed to the crimes, in fact, led police back to the crime scene where they found a handgun and a high-powered rifle police say was used to kill both men.
We believe it was some kind of an assault rifle, yes.
Meantime, Robinson has a criminal record dating back to 1991. Gun, drug, burglary charges. Robinson, last released from jail in July, was wearing an electronic monitoring bracelet when he surrendered to officers this morning. All of this very difficult for Penn Hills officers who knew and worked with Michael Crawshaw to handle.
The officers showing up, they're coming to work. If we find they can't do the job, we're sending them home.
According to the chief in Penn Hills, not one officer has had to go home, although they're fighting through this. They have counselors at the station. So far, every officer has turned up for duty. Reporting live, Marty Griffin.
Mourning the death of a Penn Hills police officer.
Very pleasant officer. Never had any complaints about the officer.
Officer Michael Crawshaw was responding to a call last night when he was shot and killed while waiting for backup. And people who live in the area are worried.
I'm worried. Stuff like this is happening in my neighborhood. What's next?
Good afternoon. Police say they do have a suspect in custody now for the murder of Officer Michael Crawshaw.
We have live team coverage. Paul Martino is live in Penn Hills with more on the outpouring of support for the Penn Hills police force. But we begin with Marty Griffin. He's live at County Police Headquarters with the latest on the investigation and the arrest of a suspect. Marty.
Suspect in custody, Christine. Just taken from here in police headquarters. out here. He was charged now with a murder of 2 men. Police say he killed the first man over a $500 drug debt. Police say he killed police officer Michael Crawshaw because his squad car was parked in the street as he ran from the crime scene. This is 31-year-old Ronald Robinson of Homewood, right now charged with 2 murders, a Penn Hills resident and Penn Hills police officer Michael Crawshaw.
It all happened in a framework of approximately 4 minutes.
Detectives say Robinson came here to Johnston Street in Penn Hills to collect a drug debt about 8:30 last night. Shot and killed a man in his home here, ran out of the house, opened fire on Crawshaw.
He exits, and when he's exiting, he sees the officer there, so he just takes it upon himself to open up fire on the officer as he set defenseless in his car.
Investigators say the gunman hit the officer's car more than a dozen times. Nancy Solera heard every shot.
Like a rapid-fire machine gun.
Then silence. Then police backup.
It was a very bad scene. Whatever happened, somebody's dead.
2 men dead. 1 police say murdered while on the phone with 911 operators. Killed over a $500 drug debt. The other, Penn Hills officer Mike Crawshaw, shot and killed in his car. Telling me that the suspect, Ronald Robinson of Wheeler Street in Homewood, has confessed to these crimes. They also tell me that he told Penn Hills Police and Allegheny County Police where the weapons were. He apparently was carrying a handgun, which was found in a woman's driveway at Penn Hills, I'm told, late this afternoon, and this high-powered rifle, which I'm told he threw into the woods as he ran from the crime scene today. Meantime, Robinson has an extensive criminal record dating back to 1991, including burglary, drug and gun charges. In fact, he was paroled on gun charges late last year. I'm also told that he was wearing an electronic ankle monitor when he turns himself into police at 4:30 this morning. Reporting live, Marty Griffin. Katie.
I did not lie. I keep telling them this. I did not lie. I've been willing to give them a statement. They want me to give them a statement on their time. They want me to give them a specific time. I can't do that.
But didn't you say your boyfriend was with you that night?
They're lying about that. And I told them I'll take a polygraph test to that. They're lying. I never told them that he was with me all night. How dumb would that be? How did that sound?
So what do you want to say right now?
Tell them to call me, the detectives to call me, and leave me alone.
32-year-old Kashana Jackson is now facing charges after a Penn Hills police officer was killed. She's now charged with tampering with evidence and hindering apprehension. Police say she is Ronald Robinson's girlfriend. He's the man accused of using an AK-47 assault rifle to shoot and kill Daniel Morton and 32-year-old officer Michael Crawshaw. Text messages reveal shortly after the shooting, 8:30 Sunday night, Robinson contacted Jackson. One message from Robinson to Jackson read, quote, "I can't talk right now. I was with you all day, bae, for real." Jackson responded, quote, "You wasn't with me all day. Guess that was meant for someone else." A few minutes later, police say Robinson sent these messages to Jackson, quote, "I did something. Watch the news." And, quote, "and delete the texts." The complaint states she did delete the texts and goes on that she lied to police. They say she told them she was with Robinson all day Sunday, taking him home at 8:30 p.m., right after the shootings. When police told her Robinson confessed, she then told investigators she watched the Steelers game with him, but took him home when it was still light out. Police arrested Jackson at her home on Herod Street Wednesday night. Now, Jackson remains in jail on a $20,000 straight cash bond. Her hearing is set for December 16th. At the Allegheny County Jail, Ashley Hardway, Channel 4 Action News.
Channel 4 Action News is digging for more information about Kashana Jackson. In May 2008, the Pittsburgh Tribune-Review did a news article about Jackson. Our News Exchange partners report Jackson was a youth counselor at Holy Family Institute in Ambridge. She has an associate degree in criminal justice from the Kaplan Career Institute in 2008. Jackson also received the Governor's Achievement Award. The award is given to people who have excelled in Workplace Investment Act youth, adult, and dislocated worker programs.